Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay and thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to attempt to do a partial colour along and this colour along was suggested by a viewer actually, who says would I consider doing a colour along for a Kerby double page just to show how I approach it. I thought that was quite a good idea, so I put a poll up on my YouTube community tab and the Worlds Within Worlds double page was the winner. Now I have actually done this double page before and I'm going to show you it, but my ideas for doing it a second time round are different. I didn't even look at my initial double page. I got my ideas together and then I had a look because I didn't want my first double page completed to actually have an influence on what I was going to do again, and it worked out quite differently actually, so my ideas are quite different to what I did the first time round. But anyway, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who took part on the poll. Thank you so much for taking part. I really hope that you find this, I'm sorry, I should stop saying, I hope that you will find this video interesting. Okay, so the page that we chose was this one. So this lovely book, double page book with sort of a city scene coming out of it. Now, my idea for this was, I was racking my brains thinking, what can I do? And then I just went with the black acrylic background. So I thought black acrylic background, and then I thought I could use gel crayons just on the edges, smudged in. And then I thought, well, I used my gel crayons a fair amount of time, so I thought I'll use a medium which I haven't actually used quite a lot, which is my Sennelier metallic oil pastels. So I thought I could use them just for the edges, because I see this page quite metallic, so it can actually go for Nessa's hashtag this month, which I actually need. I haven't got it, but I will link it below. It's metallic, Kerby metallic, I think, hashtag Kerby metallic, something like that. But I will mention it again, and I will, when I know it for sure, and I will add it to the description. So I thought I could use various metallic paints for the buildings themselves, but also metallic coloured, using pencils. I think Prismacolor and Polychromos, and I have got a few blends, and these blends were actually provided by some useful colorist YouTube channels in the past. Now I may not have the links, but I will try to find the actual videos, but I've got the blends written down from some time ago, so I will include them of course in the description, but that's probably for part 2 anyway. I'm thinking of doing the book in Neo Colour as well, Neo Colour 2s. So yeah, this first part will be just the background, and I think just to get a great contrast between the metallics of the building and the bright colours of the building with the background, so I think it will stand out a lot more if there is a black background. So that's my idea. I'm just going to quickly show you my let's see, this is my first copy of the book. That was the one that I did first time round. In fact, I've written the date here, look, it's the 3rd of April 2020, so I did that about 2 years ago. And yeah, the background looks like a acrylic silver Decoart art metallic, and then on top I've got galaxy glitter there that you can see, that's galaxy glitter. I would definitely do the book similar to this, but better shading and better depth, because I don't think it's as good as what it is. I don't think it's as good as it could be from what I can see here, but it's still a good effort for that time. We all get better. So that's my original, and so let's get started with this. So my first job is to use the acrylic, and so I have the Decoart Art Americana acrylic paint. So this is the Lamp Ebony Black. You can see I've got two because I bought one as a spare ages ago, and actually it's lasted me absolutely ages, has this this, and it's nearly going to run out, I think. So this Decoart paint, they are a little more pricey, but I've never found anything as opaque as, just try to see if I can squeeze out. Maybe it's finished. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's nearing to finish actually, so it's finally ran out. I think I got it such a long time ago. Oh, there we go. Right, I maybe should store it like upside down so all the paint can come to the end. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of this on camera because of course it's just, I won't do it all on camera, otherwise you'll be bored silly. Oops. This is what I always do. I always manage to get paint on my hands for some reason. It just gets everywhere. I'm such a messy person. I do try to be careful, but I don't know. And then I've bought these new brushes, but I haven't shown them on a haul because I haven't got enough stuff yet, because I'm restricting my buying ability. And these are some Onyx, they're called Onyx, Jackson's own brand from Jackson's Art, and they're supposed to be specifically for acrylic paint, and so I purchased them and I thought I'll use them here. So I'm going to start in this edge. I'm going to do a little bit on camera and then I'll do the rest off camera. It's going to take me a long time, this. So yeah, I will I usually lift the page because I don't want to get it on the other side. So keep it lifted just to do the edges. Yeah, I found nothing, no paints, no acrylic paints anyway, that are as, what's the word, as opaque as the Decoart art. They're just such good paints. I would really like a, you know, a set where I've got quite a lot of the other colours just to use, because, I mean, like I say, they are really good paints, and I don't want to buy a cheaper set and then be disappointed with them. Someone once said to me, if you buy cheap, you buy twice, because you end up replacing the cheap version, which doesn't work so well, with the actual good version. Now, someone did recommend that I use a flat brush for the acrylic so that I get less streaks. So that's why I bought these flat brushes. Oops, I need to be a bit more careful. I need also a little bit of water to wipe my brush off. So yeah, so how are you guys all doing? I'm not going to go right near to the objects I've decided. I'll use a smaller brush for that because I don't want to risk going over the line art, because that will upset me big time, so don't want to do that. So yeah, how are you guys doing? What are you working on at the moment? Which books are you enjoying colouring in at the moment? So far I've enjoyed my January, actually. It's quite a lot, you know, my colouring January. I've really enjoyed it. I might go down rather than up, so, or across should I say, because I'm lifting this, aren't I? So now I would not use a Posca pen for this because obviously it's just too big an area just to use Posca pen, and Posca pens are expensive, so it makes sense just to use acrylic paint. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you want a good black opaque paint, acrylic paint, highly recommend the Decoart art for this, most definitely. So what can I talk about? I haven't had really any resolutions for this year regarding colouring anyway. I just want to have fun with my colouring really. I do want to buy less and use more of what I've actually got in my stash, because I've got a lot of things and I want to use them, and I'm not really sure what else I could buy. I mean, there are a few things well, actually there's not really a few things, there's not much I can think of. I mean, there's the things that I haven't bought are things like, you know, the, oops, be careful, okay, the, what are they called, the distress pencils, but I've heard they're more like crayons rather than pencils, so I don't know, I'm not sure if they're for me, and I don't really want to get supplies that are similar to other supplies I've already got, like Neocolour 2, but I guess the colours would be similar to the Distress inks. I don't really use the inks as much as I should as well. I find gel crayons easier to use for backgrounds than actually inks. I'm not skilled enough to use the you know, the crayons. Right, so okay, I'm just going to put that there. I think I'm going to do the rest off camera, so I'm just going to cover the entire background in black, nothing special, and yeah, I'll come back when I'm done and we'll get to the next stage, so I hope that's okay. See you in a bit. Okay guys, about an hour later now. It actually did take me about an hour with lunch in between to complete this acrylic background. You can see it's actually very opaque, and what else can I say? Yeah, it's very opaque, and it only required one layer, which, as I said, the Decoart Art is a really good brand for that. Now, I did put the black acrylic in some parts, you know, in the gaps, but I've left some like this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I think I'll put the book colour when I do it in Neocolour 2s there. So as I said, I was going to use these iridescent oil pastels. So basically they're pretty much metallic, as you'll see here, and I have used them once or twice, but really no more than that, and they were a really good price as well. So they're some beautiful colours. I got them off Amazon UK, and my idea is to add them to the edges. I'm not sure, should I add it to the bottom edge as well? I'm not sure, but definitely add it, if I can speak, on the left, the top and the right, and then sort of use these silicone brushes to try smudge them out inwards. And yeah, that's my idea. Now if you don't have these, you could use other colours of oil pastels or other brands of metallic oil pastels as well. You could also use gel crayons, because they're very soft, so silky gel crayons or anything like that, and do the same technique, and it should actually work well. Now I did do a little bit of a practice some time ago here on the back, and you can see here I used the black acrylic paint, and I used some gel crayons, and then I used these. So these are the Sennelier oil pastels that I've just shown you, these ones, and iridescent ones, and you can see they're really bright. Now, so let's just get started, shall we? Let's just have a little play with these, because like I said, I haven't used these, and I wanted to use materials that I haven't really used. So I'm going to use, I don't know, different colours here, I guess. Make it bright and nice. So bring it in a little bit, and then I'll keep moving my book up so you can see what I'm doing. So show a little bit on camera, and then I'll do the rest off camera, just so the video is not too long. So that colour there is red copper, and then I'm going to use a bit of what's it called, this, what's it called? I think it's gold, it looks like gold. Oh, there it is at the bottom, golden pearl it's called. So yeah, there we go, golden pearl. And then we'll use a little bit of this other colour, which is rich pale gold. So I'm trying to use colours which I think will go well with each other. There is this bit here which, oops, sorry, I'm off the camera. There is this bit here which I am going to have to be a bit careful about. Now usually with, say, silky gel crayons, I'd use my finger, because I enjoy using my finger to just spread it out, but because this is metallic, this is not working as well as I want, so what I'm going to do, so this is what I mean by taking it out, because it's not working so well with the brush. I've got a plastic glove, so I'm going to put that on, because the thing is, these might contain some, oh well, that's not working well as well. So actually it is, it's alright, it's not too bad. Alright, so smooth it that way so it looks nice and smooth, and then show it a little bit out. I think that's alright as an effect. I think because the acrylic paint is quite rough, it doesn't smooth out as well, but anyway, you can just, like I say, there's always experimentation, you know, don't work so well. It's working alright with my hand, to be fair. It's alright, I think that's quite good. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so that looks like actually quite like it, so it's not too bad. It's not a fail at the moment anyway, it might be later on. So we've got a red gold here, but yeah, I love these pastels, they're just so nice. Maybe as soon as I put it down I should you know, start smudging it so that it doesn't have too much time to dry. I think, yeah, I think that works better if I don't give it time to dry. Okay, now let's do some at the top. Now the other thing is, I don't want this to be transferred, like, you know, on the other side of the page when I close the book. So, and I want to add some glitter, but I don't want to what's the word? I don't want to overwhelm with glitter too much, because the rest of it is going to be quite bright, you know, the picture itself, the image. So I reckon that I'll use Mod Podge, and it's a big area as well, the background, so I'll probably use Mod Podge, let's see, what colour next shall I go with? This one here. Mod Podge Extreme Glitter that I've got in my stash. So I think I may use that to seal this in. I mean, it is a sealant, isn't it? So it should work, I guess. So this won't be quite as matte as a background. It'll have some Mod Podge glitter all over it. So I think that will be alright. I think that will look quite nice, because it'll give me my glitter element, because you know me, I like to have my bright, shiny, glittery effects. So I think, yeah, Mod Podge gives a really nice effect, because the extreme glitter pot that I've got, and I think it looks quite nice. So yeah, I think that would look quite good, and it won't be too overwhelming. So you know, on my first page that I showed you at the beginning of the video, my first attempt at this page in my first copy of the book, you could see that I used Galaxy glitter, and that's big glitter pieces, so I don't think I'd be quite doing that. Right, I'm using now, what colour is this? If I can find the name. Oh, this is called aluminium, so we're going with a bit of silver. So this is really good for, do you know what, I need to find, let me just find, do excuse me a second, I'm just looking on the Instagram and just checking this out. Should have done this before, but anyway. Right, so, oh dear, if I can spell. Oh, I can't find it at the moment. basically it's the, there we go, hang on, I've nearly found it. Right, so it's, yes, hashtag Kerby Metals 2023. Right, that is Happiness Colours Kerby at Vanessa's channel, basically. Happiness Colours Kerby Roseanne's. So she's doing the hashtag, let's see, hashtag Kerby Metals 2023. I will have it linked in the description, hopefully. And I think this goes really well because these look very metallic. So I'm quite pleased with how this is so far coming out. I do have to be a bit careful with, you know, I don't want to, my fingers, the plastics come out of there, so I need to use another finger really. So maybe use the glove, just that bit there. I need to not put too much pressure on and be a bit careful. And I will wash my hands as soon as possible after using this. Definitely not going to be putting my fingers in my mouth after this. Right, so I'm going to do the rest off camera using this method, and I'll come and show you what it looks like, and then I will be going on to adding the extreme glitter. So that's what it looks like so far. You can see, I'll come out a bit so you can actually see the page. Right, so I'll finish off camera doing the same thing. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so this is what I have done so far. So I decided that I didn't want to put the oil pastels on the bottom bit of the book, and I just basically did it on the left, as you see, and at the top on the right, and I think it looks quite good. I really like the effect, you know. I think it really stands out. It's really shiny. Now I hope I don't mess it up by putting Mod Podge over it. So I am intending to use this Mod Podge Extreme Glitter. Now I think the Extreme Glitter will give a really nice starry background look. So that's my intention, and that's why I've decided to use it. So I'm gonna just show you how I'm going to do a bit of that, then I'll do the rest off camera as usual, and then I'll come and show you what it actually looks like, and that will be my completed background. So right, so I don't think I'm going to pour it out. I might just actually use it straight from the straight from the bottle, I guess. So some on the edge here, so let's have a little look. Let me just put that there and bring you in a little, and then I mean the gold and the silver should still show through really, because it is quite bright. And yeah, I'm just brushing it on really. There's nothing so technical here really of what I'm doing. I'm just using a brush that I pretty much use for acrylics, you know. Definitely not using a watercolour brush here, because it will get damaged. So this should dry. Oops, clear. I hope I'm still on camera. I am, aren't I? So good. So yeah, I mean I could use a finer brush to get in the little teeny weeny bits as well. But I mean I bought this Mod Podge quite a while ago, and I mean it's a big bottle, so it does last you a good amount of time, and I like to use it for backgrounds, because obviously using other glitters that are more expensive is something I like to avoid for big areas, for obvious reasons. Cost, basically. So yeah, now I don't want to get onto the image, you see, and I'm using quite a big brush, so I might change to a smaller brush for some parts of it. Alright, okay. So yeah, this is basically one way to do a background, really, or one way I'm doing this background. And then there's going to be quite a lot of, I guess, you know, these little bits. I'm going to leave them for a smaller brush. So I've got this, I think I've got a smaller brush here somewhere where I can use, let me see, let's see, like this brush here is like smaller, so I'll probably use that for the other bits. But I thought I'd just show you a little bit of me doing this. So you get an idea. I do really like this Mod Podge Extreme Glitter. I need to investigate the other type of Mod Podges, you know. I know there's some other types of glitters you can get. And not just glitters, like some other speciality versions of the product. I think there's a gold glitter as well, so yeah, I might investigate that and treat myself to something. I've decided that I will treat myself to something, or to a little haul, not a big haul, little haul, every time I get paid once a month, and then sort of try to control my spending at the other times, just because, you know, I'm saving up. Right, okay, so that's that so far, okay, and I'm going to just do the rest of it like that, and then just getting some water to put my brush in, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's dry. Okay, so see you in a bit. Okay guys, here we go. This is the completed background, and I think that putting the Mod Podge over the keep forgetting the name, iridescent oil pastels, so these are the Sennelier brand, I think a very highly regarded brand as well. I think that it hasn't dulled the colour, so I think it's really, I was worried about that first, that it was going to dull the colour, but I really like the glittery sky. I hope the camera is doing the background justice so that you can actually see the little glittery bits. I really hope you can see it. But yeah, I am quite pleased with the background, and next time in part 2 I think I'm going to try to do the book, so I'll be using Neocolor 2 for that, and then possibly in part 2 as well starting to use the, let's see, metallic paints, to watercolour paints, as well as some pencils as well on some bits. Now I won't be doing all of this, of course it'll take me forever if I did. That's why it's a partial colour along, so I will probably be doing just some of these elements, and then the rest will be probably done in similar sort of metallic paints and pencil shades. I'll probably also be using the metallic what they called, what brand, yeah, Castle Arts metallic pencils, that's it, the 48 metallic pencils, because I think they come in quite nice colours. And I'm also thinking now, looking at this, just so there's more of a contrast between the background and the picture, I will probably use some pastel shade pencils as well. The other thing I just wanted to mention is, can you see certain bits like this where I haven't put the black acrylic paint? I'll just colour that in with a Posca black pen, which will basically have the same effect, and then use Mod Podge over it. So any areas that I've missed out, which I have missed here currently, I'll do that with it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the background video. I hope it was useful. Until next time guys, take care, happy colouring, bye.